We are learning tonight, it pays to strike. Junior doctors have clinched a deal with government over their unpaid salaries. The doctors had been picketing at the ministries early today. Also tonight, 36-year-old man apprehended by national security for carrying a weapon in church where the president and his family attends, apparently had presidential ambitions. And Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta tells U.S. President Barack Obama his frank stance on homosexuality. I'll tell you how to get interactive and how to get in on the conversation when I return. But as always, Joy News Interactive is brought to you by Airtel. So welcome back to JN Interactive. I'm Nia Krofi Smartabe, and you can join in on our conversations via our various social media platforms. On Facebook, do find us with Joy News on TV. That's facebook.com/Joy News on TV. On Twitter, you can find us with the handle @Joy News on TV or at JN Interactive GH. Also, our email address is joynewsim@multitvworld.com. If you want to send us a WhatsApp, our new number is 0506 800,000. That's 0506 0560 800,000. So, once upon a time, strike was the order of the day in Ghana for workers who had issues with government. But with time, it's become evident the strike doesn't yield the much-needed results. So, a group of junior doctors who have not been paid for the past 11 months decided to picket at the office of the Comptroller and Accountant General. And their action actually brought about some quick response.
As we've actually seen, the pay slips would be paid come the end of the month, and for the 27 of us, through Honorable's intervention, would be receiving the full 11-month salaries come Wednesday 2 o'clock at the various institutions. We have heard him, and then we believe this is the case. We have a memorandum of understanding to that effect, and we are hoping that come Wednesday, all our grievances will be addressed. We trust what we have seen, and like we have always called for, we just needed something to be shown and something to be done as soon as possible. So I mean, we are reasonable people. We can wait till Wednesday 4:30 and expect, as Honorable have said, that all our 11 months arrears will be hitting everybody's account. And for the 27 of us who have not, who should be on the payroll from August, the agreement we have, we would get our full salaries for the 27 of us by Wednesday. Actually, we did the calculation for that, and when I would not want to give out our salaries, but we did a calculation: 27 times 11 times a salary and X, and then we have written it on paper. So we would hold Honorable. We know he would do it. We will hold them to it. So come, God willing, please don't let your eyes off this story. Keep track on it.
Certainly, we'll keep track of that particular story. While Employment and Labour Relations Minister Haruna Idrisu admits the delay is unfair and assured the junior doctors they will indeed be paid by Wednesday.
I also want to admit that it's taken us too long to have addressed the concerns of the junior doctors. It's taken us too long, and I recall that some months ago this was brought to government's attention, and we are using process. So therefore it was work in progress. I'm aware that the Comptroller and the Deputy Minister for Health have conveyed to you a decision on the fate of 64 house officers who will be paid this month, and who in fact the money should hit their accounts not later than Wednesday 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday. The monies are being released accordingly, and it was already part of the Comptroller process of July payment. What is outstanding is in respect of some 27 other doctors, to which we have collectively agreed that Wednesday from 2 p.m. we will find a mechanism through their health institutions for them to receive some compensation, whilst Controller Accountant General finalizes the process for them to get their salaries and pay in August. That being the case, I expect the junior doctors who are picketing here to reconsider their decision and trust that by Wednesday, government would honor part of the promise.
So what do you think? Should the junior doctors trust government to deliver on its promise this time around?
Should the junior doctors trust government to honor their promise?
Yeah, they should. They should trust them.
Why do you say so?
Because they can't leave them unpaid. Definitely they'll pay them before whatever duration they have given them. So definitely they'll pay them before anything happens again. So they should trust them and then hope that something will happen, because they can't leave the sick out there suffering and all that.
I think it should be the best for the junior nurses and doctors to have patience a little, so that the government can also solve their problem to their satisfaction. And I'm also urging the government to do it maximum best, because this situation that we have now is critical. So everybody needs something to do something. So I believe the government should also do its possible best to increase their salary to their best of conditions.
I think they should stay there, protest and get their money before they leave there, because the government is government of promising and never fulfill its promise.
They can't trust the government because they use their own finances throughout the schooling, and this is the time they have to benefit from what they've learned from the school. So you see, more demonstration is going on. If the government, if you don't protest against it, you also sleep. Whereas a whole lot of things is happening. The government, we know that nothing is happening, so they have to fight for their right. If not, that it will extend and it will extend, they'll keep on giving us stories. So they should just fight for their right.
Only thing we have to do right now, they should follow government. At the end of the day, they will do their best to solve a problem. So please, I beg them, all of them, to calm down. Finally, we find a good solution for them.
So let's find out what you've been saying about this particular story online. First off, let's check out what's happening on Facebook. Bukari ED says, Ghana is in the hands of wrong people, 11 months without salary. How do you expect them to survive? Ghana. Okay, that's your thought. Apart from him, Joe Mensa Aiden says, in fact, we need good leaders in Ghana. His Blackness Abubakar Idrisi says, the junior doctors, fine girls day inside. Wow. You should be crying for them that they've not been paid for 11 months. You're thinking about the fine ones they day inside there. Okay. Ilyasu Haruna Tamale, I've never seen a... Okay. I would skip that one. No, for God knows, Billy, yes, there are human beings that eat and have dependents just like the ministers and MPs who never miss their salaries. Okay, that's a good job. I'm not too sure who this one is directed towards. Christian Alan Agri says, pay them their money. Okay, government says by Wednesday they will be paid. Okay, so those are some of your comments from Facebook. Now let's see what you've been saying on WhatsApp as well. Send us your message with your name and where you send the message from, and we'll read it. This one from Hussein, he says, what of nurses who were only paid 3 months without arrears? Okay. This one from Kofi says, government should pay them as said. Well, government has promised, and we are now holding on with bated breath to see if that actually happens. Wednesday, we are told, is when they will be paid. Kent from Hohoi says, I don't want to talk about this arrears issues any longer because the story is always right, same. They strike if the government refused to pay them. Okay, I'm not too sure what you're trying to say. Let me take this last one from Paul in the Volta region. It says, this government is entangled with so many problems, strikes, doom saw, and a whole lot. 2016 will be the determinant. And